episode of the Fun Time Blob Show. Yay! One of these days, we're going to get it right. Today on the episode of Fun Time Blob Show, we have the Lollie Bombs Burlesque in studio. Let's take a look at these girls. Woo! Wave to the camera, everybody. And Jay is without a seat today, so he's going to do the stand-up routine. So you like that? It's a good old joke right there, folks. I, of course, am your host, the great... No, not yet. Don't you worry. They're right where they should be. They're off. So today we're going to be talking to the longest-running neo-burlesque troupe in the DFW area. Did I get that right?
Yes.
Go ahead and say it again?
Yes.
Okay, mic's off. All right. So we have the lovely ladies here in the studio. You might recognize, of course, Veronica. She's over there on the right. Sans Baby. So we told her it wasn't as sexy when she brings the baby on. We got a lot of feedback on that. So... And we actually got one feedback. They're like, I like them young, but that was a little inappropriate. And I said, that wasn't a performer. That was just her real baby. So that was a little awkward. Guys, now your mics are on. Say hello.
Hello.
No.
That's perfectly fine.
Pass.
This is America. So, ladies, why don't you tell us a little bit about what burlesque is? And, sorry, I don't mean to interrupt myself, but would you answer that question, please?
Yes, me.
Yeah.
Actually, me. As soon as everybody turned and
let's
stared at
introduce
me.
everybody's names.
Yeah, I'm Miss Malicious. This is Honey Hula La, and that is Jay LeBay. Over here, we have Polynigma.
I believe we got a shot of those.
We have a shot.
Wave, when your name is called Wave.
Be
professional!
Polynigma.
She waved. You're
And we
unprofessional.
Wave
a baby.
Smolder and Scully over there. She's our newest addition.
Parenting tip, don't shake the baby when they get mad.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure everybody understands that. I learned the hard way. When my parents shook me all the time when I was a little baby. Okay, Ms. Malicious, why don't we start with you? You're kind of right now the de facto leader. After that horrendous skiing accident that happened to the last performer.
Yes.
Accident. So, and by skiing accident, I mean bundle of dynamite strapped to her back.
You gotta claw your way to the top somehow. Bundle of dynamite does the trick.
So tell us a little bit about the Lollie Bombs.
Or
Lollie Bombs. I didn't mean to add that extra article in there.
Whatever.
That's just waste time. And I'm not about wasting time.
Not at all.
I'm about
Not at all.
I'm about sticking to the topic, staying on topic, moving forward, and not getting sidetracked. But did y'all see the pig out there earlier?
Yeah. I love that pig.
We're going to try to get him on the show sometime.
You're like a kitty with shiny objects.
I have a really bad case of ADD, and my doctor... You know what? Bike riding is fun. No, tell us a little bit about...
Can we talk about me now?
That's what we're here for. Tell us about you ladies. You might want to get a little on the mic there. Excellent.
Hello.
It's like Ronald McDonald's penis. Just feel free to...
I didn't know it was so big.
That's okay.
All of my childhood fantasies
have
have just come true. Fantastic. Basically, we're the longest running neo-burlesque troupe. We've been going strong for about 7.5 years now, I would assume. So since 2006. We do what we do, and we like it.
I think the gentlemen...
We like to take our clothes
a lot
off.
of the ladies, it's about... Whenever I go, I think most people would assume it's more male-oriented.
It's
but
actually not.
It's about half and half.
There's a lot of couples that come to see our show. There's a lot of ladies that come to see our show. We have single guys that come to the show, too, but, it's just, it's really half and half.
But they usually weep in the corner.
They do. They cry afterwards.
I'm sorry about that. It was my fault.
Okay.
We're going to band together, all of us, next time.
It's going to be a crying corner.
The lonely man's corner.
The Morrissey corner. You guys are just crying.
You want to see my impression of Morrissey? Here we go. Let's get this on camera.
I love him.
I wrote this song at a very sad point in my life.
Every day.
Breakfast. So, where's the main place y'all perform?
At Pocket Sandwich Theater.
And where is that located?
It is off 75 and Mockingbird. It's in the same shopping center as the Jason's Deli. So it's just a little theater. It's
or
been
for
there
our
forever.
fans, the Keith's Comics.
Keith's Comics, yes, Keith's Comics.
Or for your other fans, that lawyer that is there. There's always
or the embroidered place.
The Embroider Me.
The Embroider Me.
I think there's a Burger King there.
There's a yoga studio.
There's a mattress giant.
A yoga studio.
A yoga.
Let's name all the places.
Well, we still haven't said premiere video.
There's a golf station. Golf tech is there. This is really stimulating conversation. Can we get back to cooler?
So we're in the corner over there. So
yeah,
it's a really great old theater. It's been around for a while, and we're the late night show. So come see us at 11:15.
And how often do y'all perform?
Every other month, Friday and Saturday night. We're usually the second weekend every other month.
When is the next performance?
It's in June. It is the 13th and 14th. Did I get that right? Yes.
I'm double checking.
Okay. It's actually on
You have
the
a flyer
right in front of you.
Oh, yeah, well,
literally right next to you.
I was going to put it up on the screen.
We gave that to you for a reason.
I had to go and pick this
He's
up
illiterate.
You had
We don't talk about it.
Yeah.
I never learned to read. Because, see, I wouldn't know how it's pronounced. I never learned how to read.
Didn't we talk about that on Mother's Day, your illiterateness? Your mom was very sad about it?
My mom said about a lot of decisions in my life. Just pick one, Matt. Let's see. Okay, so tell us, what is burlesque for people? It's obviously based in a vaudevillian form.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people think of stripping. And there is somewhat of removal of clothes, but it's not anything.
Yeah, it's definitely, a sexy removal of clothes. There's a lot of other stuff involved sometimes.
Everybody has their own different take on it, so. But, I mean, it's basically the tease.
Yeah, of taking off the clothes. So it's all about what leads up to the final reveal, which is your pasties.
Right.
The grand finale.
The grand
I was
finale.
like, or the final reveal, they were both Tyler Durden.
Yes, exactly.
I've been
Every
saying
time.
they need to make a sexy fight club, a burlesque fight club. I'm saying it for years. And when I say they, I mean I write Dear Hollywood, and then I sign it Hollywood, California. I don't know why I would sign it.
Yeah, that's a terrible signature. That's just going to confuse
It's
them.
so confusing. It's like Dr. Hollywood sitting there, and he's like, I don't understand. Did I write this?
From the future.
From the future, right.
Yes.
So burlesque is, like I said, it's a vaudevillian form. So it's performed usually along with things like stand-up routines or Who's on First. That's a thing, right?
Sometimes, a lot of times, there's different troupes or different people that actually do more of the based in vaudeville stuff. So they'll have the stand-up, they'll have the magic, they'll have the burlesque routines and stuff like that. I think that we do come from a little bit more of a vaudeville standpoint, just because we have comedy acts, and we are on stage making fun of ourselves. So we do funny stuff. We also have, people that swallow swords and get on an aerial silk and do Tahitian, hula dancing and hula hooping and all that kind of stuff.
And we're going to see a few of those up in just a bit. We've actually got some select works that we're going to display here.
We're definitely a burlesque, we're definitely a variety show.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. And it is a lot of... up on the screen right now, if you'll want to visit them at home, obviously it's Facebook. You're on Facebook, and it's Lollie Bombs, IE, correct?
LOLLIE.
Perfect. Yeah. Now, when's the next show coming up?
June.
What was the date?
13th.
Yeah, but you got to keep hitting it if you want to.
The next show is June 13th and 14th at the Pocket Sandwich Theater. Come see us take our clothes off.
How do you decide which routines go on for a show? Obviously, you'll have far more routines than you have time for.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So how do you decide something like that?
Well, we try and keep it fresh, so we definitely try and rotate stuff out. We're not, we don't necessarily let people do routines more than twice, so that we can rotate it out and keep it fresh. Whenever people, we have a lot of people that come to our shows over and over again every other month. So we like to make sure that it's different, and sometimes we try and theme it. So like last year it was around...
We tried that with this show.
Yeah.
I don't think we went 4 episodes with a theme before we gave up.
Like last year, or in April, it was kind of around 420, so we're like, let's just do drugs and cops and stuff. We have a lot of that, and we're like, all right. So that's what it ended up being.
So they literally just sat on stage doing cocaine.
That's
one of the best shows I've seen.
That's all we did.
Yes.
So off of each other's asses. So yeah.
A lot of
I'd buy a ticket to that.
I saw Wolf of Wall Street.
Yeah. So we'll try every once in a while to do themes. Sometimes it can be hard whenever it's just us. Like, we don't bring in outside acts. We are the ones that actually put on the show, and so sometimes it's hard to do an entirely themed show, but we try and do like summery stuff and Valentine's stuff, and like, oh, I'm gonna make my outfit red for Valentine's Day.
Or Dios de los Muertos. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, Dia de los Muertos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everything's black. I took 3 years of Spanish, made F's every single one, although I can sign just fine.
That's good.
But can you sign in Spanish?
No.
No.
God damn it, though.
SLS, whatever.
Yeah.
I can't even get the initials right.
I could have watched you do that all day.
ASL.
Yeah.
I'm like, it's ASL, American Sign Language.
SSL,
I don't know what-
Spanish Sign Language.
Spanish Sign Language.
Yeah, I know this is America.
Aw,
I can't remember.
look at you.
I can't remember Mexico though.
Tell me how you feel about me right now in Spanish.
Oh, no. Mal. All right.
Mal. Bad.
Mal.
So who does who decides or who does the choreography? Because obviously a lot of it's very intricate. Some of it's not, like I said, the cocaine doing scene. Not that much moving around. But for most of your other performances, is it one person?
Yes.
Or do you each do your own?
It just depends on the number. So some girls will do their own choreography depending on what they're doing, and then for all of our group numbers, most of our duets, most of our trios, we've had Eric Hall actually do all of our choreography. So, and he'll do solos as well. So a lot of the girls will go to him and say, "Hey, this is what I want to do," and they'll actually do choreography with him. A lot of my solos are actually choreographed by him as well. If I'm on an apparatus like aerial hoop, silks, pole, or whatever, I usually choreograph that myself. But and like she'll choreograph her hula routines, and she'll do her sideshow stuff herself.
So most of my duets and trios are me.
Yeah. So it just depends on kind of what you want to do, where you want to go with it.
Where
so.
do you get ideas for the different acts? I mean,
The
obviously
world,
the holiday theme.
the world in general.
The world.
The whole planet Earth.
My favorite interview response was somebody asked Jerry Seinfeld one time, where do you get your ideas for jokes? And he's like, what a stupid, where do you get your ideas for the question? And the guy's like, I don't know, I just think about them. He's like, well, that's the answer for anytime you ask somebody that. But obviously for holidays, that makes sense. Okay, there's a Valentine's Day coming up. We got to do something to make all the single people feel bad about their decision.
Yeah, exactly, about their life.
And we've seen a couple of these with the Kidnap the Sandy Claus. So you're a big Tim Burton fan.
Yeah.
And but what's your favorite one, Miss Malicious?
My own favorite routine?
Yeah, your personal favorite routine.
That's hard because I love them all because they're all my separate children. I love them for all their different reasons.
Which is your favorite micro potbelly pig of your children?
I would have to say I probably really like my aerial hoop routine that I'm doing right now, and
that's the one we have a
yeah, we have
of
a scene of that.
Okay, so we'll be watching that in just a few minutes.
And then I don't know. I have a Wild Things routine, like where the wild things are.
I've seen that one.
I love that one.
My girlfriend was not happy with me while watching that one.
I love that one. I also have a big fan routine that I do that I absolutely love. So I like all of my routines. I don't know.
Looks like we got a call.
Oh, wow. Oh, geez.
Oh.
You're on Fun Time Good Show. Talk.
Hello?
I don't know.
Hello.
Let's see if we get the... are you there?
How are you?
Hi.
We're doing just fine. Who do we have the pleasure of speaking with?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, you can.
Can you hear me?
Who's this?
This is Brett, or Louie Lux.
Hi, Brett.
Hi, how are you?
We actually have
Hi,
one
how
of your
are you?
routines pulled up, I believe.
I'm
is what
good.
We're going to be talking about.
Louis Lex is our boy that's in our group. He couldn't make it today, so he's calling in.
I said,
Hi, everybody.
welcome to the show. I said to call him Boy Toy, but it turns out that's trademarked by Trump Industries.
Oh.
Really?
I'll answer to it, though.
He will answer to it. It's totally fine.
So Brett, how do you factor into the equation? Most people, when they go see Burlesque, assume that it's all girls. And so, what is it like?
I get to do my own thing. I get to dance and compliment any way that I, find a way to do that, honestly.
What? I think we have a
music,
picture of Brett here. Let
Yeah.
me see if I can find him.
He's our Adonis.
Does he have to wear pasties also?
No, he does not have to, only if he
See,
wants
that
to.
is
Well, that is
completely
sexist.
unfair.
I have creative control over my nipples.
He does have creative control over his nipples.
Well, now here we go. All right. Well, I found a picture of Brett. He's up here on the screen. If y'all know what he looks like.
Well,
but
yeah.
If
that is
check out-
not.
and he's very
No.
very proud of his.
No.
So how did you get into burlesque?
I auditioned last August, and Miss Honey Hula and I had the pleasure of dancing previously together, and yeah, I've been kind of dancing ever since.
So here's this is one of his routines. It's let's see here if I can make that big enough. That's him performing with a butcher's knife.
No,
Brett
that is
Helix-
not.
No.
So close.
That's even the wrong color. Not even that color.
Oh, that's the worst problem with that.
Yeah.
That guy. I hope that guy's not
Multiple
watching the
things,
show.
though.
He's like, hey, that's not funny. That's
That's
me.
just hurtful.
So, how do you like working with the ladies?
I love it. What's not to love?
True. I've gotten to come on stage twice with Veronica to help her out with her tequila routine.
It's scary, isn't it?
Yeah.
Actually, it was a lot of fun. All the girls except Miss Malicious were super nice to me.
I'm kind of an asshole.
I've known Jo for years. I thought she hated me, and then Veronica was like, "No, she just treats everybody like that." And I was like, "Oh, okay." I feel.
If I don't beat you, I don't love you.
There you go. Perfect.
Just trying to keep you on your toes.
See, that meant she loved you most of all, Adele.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
see,
very
there
nice.
you go.
I still have the bite marks.
Mm-hmm.
So where do you get your ideas from, Britt?
Random things. I really have no idea. It's just,
The world.
yeah, it just kind of happens as it goes.
World. I'm walking down the street. I'm like, oh, that would make a good routine.
Yeah.
Pretty much, yeah. Or get a costume, or you get a prop, and you kind of go around that.
Sometimes you do. You're like, I found this weird prop. I'm gonna make a routine now. I
Exactly.
don't know how it's gonna happen, but I need to use this. You've had it in your garage for 10 years, and you're like, fuck this. I'm gonna make a routine.
I really think the world needs to see this weird thing for some reason, and then you build a song around it. Yeah.
Well, what's the reason you couldn't make it in studio? We heard that it's because you broke your leg, but
No.
I just made that up. So what's the real?
You know what? I'm just gonna be perfect. I don't know if you went to the zombie art show last night.
No.
Yeah, they had a zombie art show in Deep Ellum, and it kicked my ass. And I'm still actually pulling fake scars off me right now, and everything's red. It's gross.
Great,
It's really gross.
You should have showed up that way. What's wrong with you?
Right?
Well, I went to go have drinks afterwards because I was like, it would take longer to take it off, and it was going to be cute. But now I look
like
gross.
an actual zombie.
Yeah. Or you look like you have leprosy.
Or just
whatever.
do a zombie routine. Just do Walking Dead's popular. That's got to be. And here's what you do.
Thank
You pull off your skin at the end of the routine.
As a reveal.
As a reveal. You
As a reveal.
peel
That's
off,
sexy.
throw it in the audience. Let
Sounds
it
like a
stick to
group
someone's
number.
face.
Yeah.
A music video like
Sounds
10
like a
years
group
ago, or
I think they arrested a guy for that just the other day.
it's big in Florida. Hey guys, what's up with Florida?
Don't even
I
get
have
me
no
started
idea.
on fucking
Oh
Florida.
man, okay.
All right.
Well, Brett, thanks for calling in.
Thanks, honey. We'll
I
talk
think
to
we're
you
gonna
soon.
Yeah, we've got
Y'all
a
have a
routine
good
of yours
one.
that we're gonna play.
Yes.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Thanks, honey.
Make sure you
Have a
check
good day.
out
Yeah, you
Brett's-
too. Bye, honey.
Make sure you check out his pastyless nipples at the next show. I'm excited.
Sometimes
to
he
see it.
does wear pasties, though.
Yes.
I've heard really good things about his nipples. I'm hoping to.
Oh, yeah.
see
No,
them
they're
for myself.
fantastic.
Oh, equal opportunity burlesque.
Yes. We have stuff for girls and boys.
Can you call it burlesquing? Can it be,
You can
burlesque?
call it that.
We're
People won't
burlesquing.
respect
Urban
you.
Dictionary
Yeah.
comparison.
Yeah.
I burlesque the shit out of that, man.
Yeah.
So I tell you what, we're going to take a quick break. Up first, I want to say thanks for Brent for calling in. That's again his
Brett.
picture up on the screen
Brett.
right now.
Brett. You said Brett.
Brett?
Brett.
I'm sorry. What did I say? Brent?
Louis Lutz.
Louis Lutz. That's a better way anyway. That's his stage name. You don't want
Louis.
people calling him at home.
It's whatever. Yeah. I don't know. Who knows?
He might. He's at home. He's not too long.
So he's rude enough to call in during the show and interrupt the show.
No.
So, who knows?
I
We're gonna take a
know.
break. We're going to be
dang
watching Miss Malicious perform her routine. Lyra?
It's minus. It's whatever.
Mine is okay. This is the
My
hoop
boyfriend
routine
tells
you
that
were
lie.
saying, correct?
Yeah. What?
This is the hoop routine.
Yeah, that's aerial hoop.
All right, I'm very excited to see this. I've never seen. I can't hula hoop at all.
It's
I
not
can't even-
hula hooping.
I know. I was
Different
going to make
kind
a
of
joke
hoops.
about hula hooping.
It's not hula
Shot
hooping.
down.
She hula hoops.
You hula hoop?
Yeah.
Well, then let's find that. No.
There's like 3 different types of hooping that we do in the
Okay,
show.
you know what?
Hula
Tell us
hooping.
about this. I'd like to. Yeah,
What?
tell us about hooping. The 3
Yeah,
different
tell
types.
Okay,
The
so
three
there's 3
different-
different types. So there's aerial hoop, which is suspended from the ceiling and hanging up in
Oh,
the
okay.
air.
I'm sure you've
And
never
it's-
done that.
Yeah.
That I have not done.
And it's
no.
metal. And then there's hula, which she does, where you like move your hips
Okay.
side to side. I don't know how the fuck she does it. She says it's all on your knees, but I
I've
fucking think she's
I've never
possessed.
successfully hula hooped.
And then there's hula hooping, which is, back in the day that you tried to do, but you failed miserably because
Yes.
the hula hoop was around your waist.
No, mine just sticks.
Yeah. Like, you need a bigger hoop, Del. And that's what Scully over there does. And so she hoops not just around her waist, but around her feet and around her hands and around her neck and behind her head and
So
stuff like that.
This is more acrobatic. Somebody say like
That-
a Cirque du Soleil.
Yeah, that is up in the air.
Well, fantastic.
But you never get on stage and just like play hoops. Like that's not.
No,
part
we
of the
don't
routine?
play
Do
basketball.
y'all ever? I was thinking where they took
I
the
was just
stick and
wondering.
they run it around trying to get it.
Yeah,
to
yeah,
stay
just
out.
running it across
Boy, that
the
was
stage.
fun when I was a kid.
Oh, hoop and stick.
Are you talking about curling? What? Oh, the hoop is Oh, okay. I was like, are you talking about
See, mine was
curling?
never that good. I was just always hit it on the ground. I never even got good enough to keep it up and going. All right, we're going to take a quick break. We're going to watch Miss Malicious here with Minus. Do some aerobatic hooping?
Aerobatic.
Aerobatic?
You just came up with a brand new word.
I'm trying.
He's like, I am trying.
I'm going to trademark something one of these days.
Acrobatic aerial hoop. There you go.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Aerobatic acro.
All right, are we swapping out?
Yeah, let's go ahead and
Change places.
Scully, Christine, you guys want to come up? Or... But she's just like, da 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 da. Do you want me to stay up here? Or?
You should have had a mic on there. Do you want the mic? I'll just take it away if I feel the urge for it.
You'd be like, hold on, let me take this mic away from you real quick. Let me recognize.
That's terrible. Take a laugh.
So are we going to come back right after the
After the performance. Because normally we take musical breaks, but obviously with these we don't have to.
It's music and a show.
Can you sing to us while
Did you just make that noise?
Or to wear that outfit.
Oh, I don't know. I think it looks good. A little peek behind the curtain. That's right. My entire sexual history.
That was utterly fantastic. That was just really, really cool.
Thanks.
How long does it take you to work up a routine for something like that?
It just kind of depends. That one probably took, I don't know, about a month or so. Scully and I are working on a aerial hoop duet, and so we're starting on that
Duel.
now. A duel.
Duel.
Two
That's
chicks,
what
one
it
hoop. Yeah. So it's always fun. Watch out for my ass. I'm in your crotch. Stuff like that. But it probably takes, for a solo, it's a little bit easier to do a solo because you're just focusing on yourself. So, but when you're doing duet stuff, like we already started working on it, and we're going to be doing it in the August show.
And I know not to give anything away, but how does that work? Like with two hoops, how do you interact?
You don't have two hoops. So
Okay.
it's two girls, one hoop.
Oh, God, okay, so you weren't
she
joking.
just went over this.
I was
Well, I
not
thought that was a
joking.
joke,
No,
you
it's
know.
not a joke.
Reference to the two girls one.
Who carries the
Which we're gonna
insurance
watch
premium
now.
on everybody?
Yeah, I know, right? We have our own health insurance.
No.
Oh.
Obamacare. I got
Individual,
you.
yeah.
So,
So it's two girls and one hoop, definitely. So.
how do you? I mean, what attaches that to? I assume it's a girder on the ceiling. Obviously, it's supporting a.
We have a
full
winch.
person.
We have a winch in the ceiling, and it has, we have a span set. We have carabiners. We have
A
swivels,
wench in the
so-
ceiling.
That's Veronica. That keeps
Yeah, we have a bee in the ceiling just holding on, being like, "Come on, guys, let's go." Yeah, she lowers it. Picks it up. Yeah.
So, who's the newest member of the group?
Scully.
Scully, why don't you talk a little bit about what made you decide to join?
Oh,
and
both of these microphones are
All
coming.
right.
Double fist.
Two mics, one girl.
I recently got into burlesque, and I'm really into kind of the sideshow or circus kind of aspects of it, because that's kind of where my interests lie, with the hula hooping and aerial apparatus and stuff like that. And these ladies have wonderful opportunities with that, and they're all very talented, and they do a great job putting together a show. So I was very attracted to that.
How
about
did you
the
meet
group.
them?
I actually had a mutual friend with Michelle, and she kind of put us in contact with each other.
Was it me?
No.
Okay, because I'm like, I remember that, and I don't.
She said
remember
friend.
that. Right, not mortal enemy.
Yeah.
She MySpace stalked her.
We were friends back on Friendster.
Oh,
So where did you get that early interest in kind of the sideshow?
Well, I was involved with a kind of helping out with a film called The Doubles Carnival that went on tour about 2 years ago, and so we were going to different cities every night and seeing these wonderful sideshow acts come in and burlesque acts come in. I was like, that's really interesting. I wonder how I can get involved with that. So then I've been signing up. There's lots of places in Dallas to do that sort of stuff and to teach yourself how to do hula hooping. So I've been kind of building that.
And that's your specialty?
The hula hooping.
Do most of the girls have specialties, or is it just whatever they can bring to the table, or do you all encourage them to kind of do something other people can't do?
Yeah, I mean, anybody can bring anything to the table that they want to. I mean,
Cocaine included.
Yes,
from
cocaine
the
included.
After parties.
I mean, it's definitely nice for everyone to have their own thing that they do, but we all overlap as well. So, like, she does hoop, I do hoop, she does silks, I do silks, Scarlet Switches is doing silks, no one else does sideshow because I'm not going to eat some fucking glass. Fuck that shit.
I actually had to leave the room the very first time V was on the show. She did this noodle.
Oh,
through
yeah.
the nose.
Yeah.
No. I'll let Frank run the show. I was like, I'll be back in like 10 minutes.
I'll
I've
be
got
out.
a candy bar. I'm not watching.
Yeah, I watch her do it, and I'm like,
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, I don't know if I can handle that. But everything else is fine. So I do encourage, everybody to bring what you got to the table. The more diverse that we can make the show, I think the show is just that much better. That's one of the reasons why we're like, and we need a boy. Like,
I think
everybody,
that's really cool.
yeah, everybody just brings whatever they want to the table. Like, whether it be like, Polly's doing a new routine where she's actually, she's delving into fans, some fan work, which she's never done before, but it looks great. Everybody, we want everybody to stretch their wings and like big fans.
For some reason, when she's delving into fans, I imagine like stage diving.
Yes.
And I was like, that's cool. She's in the audience.
Giving back to the people.
Yes.
I was picturing her like with two electric fans, like holding them up while they're running.
I would
The old
love
box
that. All she
fans?
does is stand
Yeah.
there with two electric fans.
Just flinging fans around.
Yeah.
This is how you get new ideas
Yes,
for routine.
I know, right? All of a sudden.
Feel free to take it. That one's yours for free.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
That's yours for 10%.
Yeah. So everybody, if they want to do something different and bring it to the table, we're totally fine with that. I like it when people go, I'm going to try and learn this, and I go, okay.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck with it.
Good job. It does suck sometimes when your venues won't accommodate for it, so we can't always do fire, but V does fire.
Does Pocket Sandwich allow you to do
No,
fire?
we can't because we have to have a fire marshal. So there's a lot of places that don't allow it. And it's old. We don't want to burn it
The
down.
asbestos is literally right over there.
Yeah. So, I mean, she doesn't get to showcase that talent, but it is a talent that we have in our troupe, and we've been able to
in our
do
last
it.
studio, they weren't so concerned about burning it down. She was actually able to eat fire and blow
Nice.
fire. And here they were like, no deal. It's the Bellin Foundation. You cannot burn that down.
Pretty sure they used to burn it down all the time there.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they used to burn a lot of things.
You can eat fire, but you can't swallow that sword. That's against policy.
Yeah, come on now. that's just dangerous.
Yeah, and we do have a sword swallower. B is one of very few female sword swallowers in like the world. So
I can swallow swords, although they're only the little plastic ones.
Mm-hmm.
But I've gotten really, really good at those. My boyfriend and I used to.
You're supposed to take those out of the sandwich before you eat them, buddy.
Yeah, that's true.
That's how I learned how to do it.
You have to take the cherry off of it first, and then just eat the cherry.
Yeah, lots of people can tie knots with the cherry skins. I like to untie the knots and be like, there, suck it. Polly, why don't you tell us a little bit about in your relation to the group?
Well, I've been with the group since 2011. I moved here after graduating and,
With a degree in burlesqueology?
I wish. I wish I had a degree in that. But,
What did you get a degree in?
Performance art.
Oh, so
musical theater and stuff like that. And
rolling around on stage
here
with baking powder.
Yeah. So I got here. I started working for the Lollie Bombs. Eric hired me to, Eric Hall, the choreographer, who was also running the group at the time, he hired me to do administrative work and found out what my background was, which did have dance.
Now, wait a minute. You're a good-looking girl with boobs.
Let's get your clothes off.
Why are we not?
Well, let me tell you, it worked. So I've been with the group
just the
ever
opposite with
since.
Miss Malicious. He's like, no, wait a minute. You know how to write letters and numbers. You should be running.
No. She does a great job. So I've just been doing that, and I think my shtick, I don't hula hoop or anything like that, but I try to bring a theatrical flair to the things I do, the comedic flair, because I can't do anything else. So,
definitely
trying new things every day, though.
Has anybody ever done a mime routine?
I
Considering most of the time there's no talking. Really?
I did. Yeah, I did it once.
There's no talking anyway, for the most part.
No.
Yeah.
Not unless I come out and tell you to fuck off.
Yeah, she's got a great routine for that.
It literally is her walking out there and saying "fuck off."
Well, she will ash in your drink her cigarette. We can smoke cigarettes in the pocket sandwich.
Yeah,
so I guess at the pocket sandwich, sometimes you can throw popcorn. I don't imagine there's popcorn being thrown.
There is no popcorn throwing at us.
Gotcha.
But there is popcorn grease after those shows, and we dance on that greasy stage, which is always fun.
You're like, whoa, okay, 5, 6, 7, 8, hold on.
See, if I were going to do it, I would wear a nice sticky suit and let the popcorn be thrown and see how much I could. Like a reverse burlesque.
It's like a game.
It's like a reverse burlesque. I came out
you
there
just
with my
want free
banana
popcorn.
hammock and my pasties, and then by the end I leave with more on me.
You're like, dinner, yay.
Has anybody ever thought about doing a reverse, like David Lynch type burlesque, where you start off nearly nude and have the music run backwards?
Yeah, we already do that.
Did you really? Okay.
No, the music doesn't run backwards, but she does the reverse strip.
I come out naked and covered in blood.
Yeah, and then get clothes. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Reverse strips before.
Those are fun.
They are fun because you're like, oh, I didn't have to change into anything. I just put some pasties on. Quickest costume change ever.
Well, real quick, I want to say, obviously, you're watching Fun Time Good Show. We're talking with the Lollie Bombs today. They're going to be performing June 13th and 14th at the Pocket Sandwich Theater, and all the lovely girls you can see here in the studio, plus Brett.
Brett.
Louis Lux.
Louis Lux.
That's the one I need. Is on here?
He is on there.
Yeah.
It's his first flyer.
You need to learn how to read.
He's the girl? Oh, no, he's the guy.
That's never going to happen.
That
No.
makes so much more
You're
sense.
fired. I'm taking your show over.
All right. Enjoy.
What do these buttons do?
So, no, this is going to be really exciting. And
it's badass. We have a lot of new numbers.
How long has he been with the group?
He's been with us since August.
Oh, so not that long.
Not very long.
Not quite a year.
We just brought her on in December.
I think
April, I thought. April.
All right, guys. Right now
so
it's
forgettable.
May, almost June. Is it June yet?
Oh, what the
No,
It's
no,
June.
February.
February? Okay. We
Her
brought
first
on
show was in
February.
February.
Yeah.
And she's kicking ass.
Yeah.
What's your favorite part? The individual. What's your favorite part about? I'm sure, obviously, somewhat of the exhibitionism, but the performing has got to be rewarding. But what particularly is the most rewarding thing for you?
I like entertaining people. Let me fucking entertain you.
Yeah, I would say that for sure. I like putting on a show that people can't really see anywhere else. That they have to come to the Lollie Bombs for that.
I like doing anything where I have to cannonball in, and like the kind of thing that I can't really afford to dip my toe into to get comfortable with it. And
you just kind of have to jump in. just go. Yeah.
It is thrilling.
It is fun. Backstage is crazy. On stage
the
is
adrenaline.
crazy. Yeah, the adrenaline rush that you get. It's fun.
Jay, what's your favorite part about
Yeah, what's your
burlesque?
favorite part?
Watching beautiful women take their clothes off.
Disrobe. See, that's the correct answer right here.
I mean,
Correct
don't get me
answer.
wrong. I'm incredibly impressed with all the skill that's involved in it. Like, I couldn't do any of that.
But to be fair, if I had a
But-
group of fully clothed women in burqas doing the exact same routine, I would prefer the
I would
the
probably
less
go with
clad,
the Lollie Bombs.
Right, yeah. So
Just saying.
If it were between the two, yeah.
So basically what you're saying is it's great that you can hang upside down, but I just want to see you take clothes off.
I'm just.
Why not both?
At least he's honest.
I know, it's
I
true.
mean, I thought honesty was good.
No.
So.
It is.
That's like people in you. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this aerial hoop routine. Oh, I messed up on that trick, but people, I don't care. She's on a hoop and she's naked.
There's not many other performances. Like if you're doing stand-up, Matt, you do stand-up. It's not like if you bomb a joke, people kind of gloss over like, well, look at his dick. I mean, I barely even noticed that he messed up. Now
I'm going to absolutely do that next time on
now I want to see that.
Next time the joke just flops, just be like, well.
Bring this out.
Done.
I think you could be on. You could join their troupe. You could do a stand-up burlesque. Tell a joke. Take something off.
I promise you, nobody wants to see this with pasties on.
That's the chore to get to the reward.
There you go. Okay.
Bring the next girl on. Goddamn.
It'll be the opening act. People will be like, oh, goddamn.
That would be the
No,
one time
no,
people
no,
would
no.
throw dollars at me.
No, that should
Please
be the
go.
That should
go.
be the closing act to get people out.
Yeah.
Be like, for every,
you're the Muzak.
for every minute you people are here, I'm pulling out one testicle. You got 4 minutes.
Good Lord. Get
All right,
the
well,
fuck
let's take another look. I believe up next we have the Tahitian hulu.
That would be hula.
Tahitian
Hula.
hulu.
It's the
Hula.
hoop.
Okay, so Honey Hula La over here does Tahitian hula dancing, which is with your hips.
All right, so we're gonna see
But
that.
it's in the knees.
But it's in the knees somehow. That's what she said. She could show you how to do it if you'd like, though.
Actually, I tell you what, we'll do a lesson. You'll teach the guys in a bit near the end of the show.
Yes!
And we'll do it. I tell you what, we'll do it during the break, and when we come back, the guys will have to perform some hoopy loopies.
Excellent.
That's what they're called, right?
Hoopy loopies.
I will kill you
So
one day.
All right, well, we're gonna watch Honey Hula La. See, it took me a second there. I had to double check. I'm gonna get murdered. All right, let's take a look at this. I'm very excited to see some hoopy loopies.
Where she learned to communicate
the
dance.
Polynesian Association
So
is going to be
please
like,
welcome to the stage the girl with the hips that just won't quit, Honey Hula La.
You've got to use that 4 different terms of burlesque, burlesquified, burlesquology.
Okay, so what are we gonna learn how to do?
Oh.
That's almost as good as me hula hooping.
Yes.
That was pretty good. Pretty good. All right, so we have Matt over here. Matt's and we're gonna catch a little bit of this. Let's see if we got everybody on camera here. No, that's three lovely ladies. This is what we need, Matt's hips. This is what the people tune in for. You don't want to scoot over a little bit. Matt, go and scoot to your left. Honey, a little bit more to your left. Both a little bit more. That dick is perfectly framed. Okay. Finally. I'm like the Bryan Singer of dick pics over here. All right, so go ahead and demonstrate.
Okay, so we start with our feet together.
Let's get a little. Jay, can you aim your mic up there so we can
And back
get a little bit of
straight.
that?
And then you bend your knees as far as you can without lifting your heels.
Okay. Yep.
And you know, open your knees.
Yep.
Don't be shy. All you do is
Trust me,
you
I'm not shying that way.
alternate knees. So you kick one knee back.
Right. Back. I can't move this way. This is terrible.
Just kind of like
I'm not a flamingo. I don't know what's happening.
There you go. You just do that.
I do the hills. It's the hills.
Just watch. You're just doing this. Okay. But you're rubbing. Don't rub.
That's what I was always taught.
Oh,
You gotta
you're
rub.
like you're just doing it.
All right. Now, Matt, here, look over here. I'm going to show you how it's done.
No,
Here.
come on.
All right, ready? Let's get some of this going on here. You're welcome, home viewing audience. All right, let's
Thank
see.
you for trying.
Thank you.
Thank you
for
for
failing.
teaching me.
Let's see if we can do it. Bend your knees.
Yep.
See, that.
There you
That.
go.
Look at that.
It's
Wow.
just like doing.
Put a grass skirt on that shit.
It's just like
Tired.
doing a fashion walk in France.
That is exactly how he
No
seduced his
different.
girlfriend, by the way.
Nice. I
Yep.
like that. He's like, watch this, honey.
That's how I
I'm going
seduced
to
mine
totally
too.
go home to Carol today and be like, hey, look at this.
Oh, it's
And then we're going to clean up the vomit.
Yeah.
And we'll go out the rest of our day. Once again, we're with the Lollie Bombs. We're going to be performing at the Pocket Sandwich Theater, June 13th and 14th. The longest-running neo-burlesque troupe in the DFW area.
That's us.
Got it right. Now I can
Yay,
make all the
look at
mistakes I
you.
want for the rest of the show.
He said something correct.
So, one of the best burlesque crews I've ever... Burlesque Raptors.
Yes.
There's something there.
All right.
There's an act there.
I would, you know what? I would like to see somebody in a dinosaur outfit come out. And
She was in a bear costume one time.
Why are all
In a
the good
bear
ideas
costume.
taken?
Yeah, because, you know, you're not original. It's fine.
That's fine. You'll have the professionals. You try coming up with a mediocre web show.
I
Let's
know,
see how you do it.
I know it's hard.
So, well, let's wait to hold off on the last video because I want to savor that one. But those are really fantastic. I just the amount of how much do y'all practice a week?
Twice a week. We practice twice a week together as a group, and then we practice obviously by ourselves on our own. Especially if we have like duets or trios or whatever that we're working on, we'll get together at each other's houses and work on those extra. Because it takes a little bit more time to work on stuff where you're having to like deal with somebody else. Yeah, exactly, around you and your canosphere and like all this stuff.
Where exactly do you live so all the fans can come watch this happen? I mean,
Right. What is your address?
I close the freaking blinds because I don't need my neighbors being like, what the fuck is happening? I'm sure they already see all these
I'm
girls.
so going to practice my hula hooping out in the front lawn today.
You should.
Everybody drives by.
That's hula. That's hula. That's hula dancing.
Hula.
I just smiled politely.
That's hula dancing.
Well, that's when we leave it to the
Hooping.
professionals. I'm going to go
Yeah.
home and read Wikipedia.
Ah, good job.
Break it down. Because if there's one thing I'm not going to do is prepare before the show. This is where I got the Larry King
That's
style.
just crazy talk.
Yeah, I got the Larry
My
King
mic's
style of
a little-
interviewing.
Hi, dog.
Oh.
Whoa.
Oh, look who made it in here.
Hi, puppies.
Puppies. Hi.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. That makes a lot more. We were wondering what that feed was from earlier.
Hi.
All right.
Anakin.
Oh.
Oh, sweet dog.
Thank you.
And
Apparently, you
that's why
don't
we have
even
it
know
in
how to
here.
run your own show.
No, I don't ever use the phone. No one ever calls in on this show. Why would I ever need that? Yeah.
Camera.
Camera. Well, I know.
No,
I don't know. People don't watch it.
No, it got moved by the dog.
It got bumped.
That's still fine. Oh no, you're talking about this camera.
Yeah.
Ladies, would you mind swinging that one back? I have to
The one that
on this
actually
beautiful
got
mug.
moved.
It's
That's
on his
right
screen.
there.
I thought I said camera. He would look and see.
I think we're pointing at this little
Instead,
guy
he,
right here.
he looked at the camera.
Let's continue to talk about production instead of the
Okay.
Lollie Bombs. That's what everybody tunes in for. Tell us something that we wouldn't know about burlesque. Something that would surprise somebody.
Nothing shocking to us. So what's surprising to you is not surprising to us.
Well, that's
No,
you think
he has those puritanical beliefs. Just about anything will surprise him. He'll clutch his pearls. He'll be like,
I I don't know, like what goes on backstage or like what goes into a show.
Yeah,
or
maybe it's anything, something that you think most people wouldn't know that they would find kind of interesting.
That we all
That
get
you get
along.
along.
Yeah.
We like each other.
And that's, you know, that's something we deal with a lot of females in a lot of industries, and I've noticed that there tends to be a lot of infighting and bickering a lot. Just something I've never experienced, like in the music or even in these shows. You know, I mean, a guy I don't particularly get along with, we don't talk about the other guy for 14 months afterwards. But y'all really do, like, y'all all seem like you're friends.
We do.
I think we're really fortunate to have this little safe island. I mean, not to you know, say that everyone kind of hates each other in the burlesque
I know
scene,
a couple of
but
other burlesque troupes, and they do, not all of them, but there does seem to be a lot of talking about other people, to the point that I don't get it. I don't have that much time in my life to even hate other people.
No,
I don't hear about them enough.
Yeah, and that's
You
why
know?
we like to, you know, definitely we're really lucky to have like a group of people that actually do like each other. We call each other on the phone. I talk to this bitch all the time. Like, seriously, I'm just like, oh, it's Veronica. So, I mean, we all get along, we hang out, you know, not probably as often as we'd like to, but, you know, because we all are super, super busy and stuff like that. But I think in order to have a good group and have it last this long, you have to have a good cohesive, like, group of people that are willing to, that have the same vision and that want to move forward and, like, do all these things together. And
do you ever go on, like, a work retreat, like, where they make you do the
a retreat?
falling
No,
back and
we
each
don't do
other's
trust
hands?
falls. No one's going to trust me to do that anyway. So I'll be like, yeah, sorry about you. No, I mean, you know, we've gone out of town together to do shows and stuff. So that's when you kind of learn, like, can I really handle this person being in a car with them for 3.5 hours or something? But we've done stuff like that. But, you know, when we all get together, you know, for rehearsals and stuff, we talk about the things that we want to do. And, you know, we know a lot about each other's lives and, you know, stuff like that. But, you know, we really honestly do get along. And I like that aspect because I don't think that you can have a group that, you know, has a good production and a good show going on and has this good vibe between all of us if you know, we don't like each other.
And if people do come out to the show on the
it
the
makes us
13th
fun to
and
watch
14th,
us, yeah.
Do y'all I mean, obviously you engage with the audience. This isn't a just, we're on stage, respect who we are. I mean, y'all talk, you interact. But even sometimes I've seen people get up on stage or y'all...
We have audience participation acts. So.
Of course, you know very well Veronica's.
And that was a lot of fun,
tequila.
by the way.
Yeah.
I've got.
It wasn't real tequila. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
It was
don't
prop
kill
tequila,
you.
so it was just vodka.
We don't want
Which, I don't know if you know this, in theater they use
it's
vodka.
not always props.
They use vodka in place of tequila.
Yeah.
Well, actually, speaking of audience interaction, have you ever had to deal with any hecklers at your shows?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
That's where Miss Malicious's maid comes in usually. She's got this nasty little character, and we have an area called the Splash Zone at the Pocket Sandwich Theater, and
just like Gallagher. I keep telling you, they're
exactly.
very similar shows, Jay. If you've ever
Exactly.
Interesting.
So whipped cream, cigarette ash, water, glitter,
whatever.
You are not safe
People.
in that zone.
Generally, I sit towards the back with
Yeah.
You should switch it up a little.
I know. I've sat at the front twice. I got
all the seats up front are VIP seats, so when people buy those seats, they know what the fuck they're getting into. And if they're a bunch of babies and they can move.
But no, it is. I
They
mean,
know
it's a real blast to go. How long do the shows typically last?
About an hour and a half.
That's correct. About an hour and a half. Point.
It's like a full-length show.
And you know,
Intermission
it
and
feels like
everything.
it goes by in like 20-25 minutes. It's unbelievable. The very first time I ever saw a show, like there was an intermission and then it was over, and I was like, what was like, 30 minutes?
Yeah.
And I looked at it, an hour and a half, and it flies by.
We don't have an MC. I think that's what kind of differentiates us from a lot of other shows. So we don't have an MC, so it's just like there's maybe anywhere. Hey, baby.
You don't shut that baby up.
I know, right? Put her in the kennel. No, I'm kidding. Good God.
Oh, we didn't bring the kennel.
Yeah, oh, shit. But yeah, no, so like in between each number, there's maybe 10 to 30 seconds in between each number, and that's just to clean up. So our stage crew is amazing, you know, that they have to get out there and freaking clean and get done, and the next number goes on. And I think that's why it seems to move just like so quickly. And we can cram in a lot of numbers that way too, just because it's, you know, one thing after another after another after another. So it's pretty awesome. It's fun, but it makes some chaos in the back because we're like, ooh. Sometimes you're doing like 7 changes in a night, and you're like ripping pasties off, and like shit's flying everywhere. And
pasties going every which
yes,
way.
Yeah, boobs, vaginas, whatever. You're
I'm
like,
calling that as a band name, by the way.
Yes.
Pasties every which way.
Pasties every which way.
But y'all have some of you have other jobs as well. This isn't a full-time thing.
I think we all do.
Yeah.
We all have full-time jobs.
Out of curiosity, don't give anything too specific where creepy people will show up. But what do the rest of y'all do?
I train dogs.
Wow, that's somehow very apropos. That's exactly right. Bitch, do what I want.
Yeah, pretty much.
In a non-offensive way.
Yes. Anybody else want to say what they actually do?
I manage a tattoo shop.
She manages a tattoo shop. Suffer City.
Well, there you go. Give a shout out to Silver City.
Suffer City, not Silver City.
Then what is it?
Jesus. Suffer.
Suffer City. Okay.
Suffer
Well,
City.
Suffer City Tattoos. We'll be expecting your check for that.
Suffer City Tattoos and hula hooping.
Yeah.
Wait, show some of the work.
Okay, there you go.
Bam.
Very nice.
Yeah, she's got work from one of our best artists.
Yeah.
They're all awesome, but
They're all awesome, yeah. Jamie did that. Yay.
This is from. I'm not even wearing a shirt.
Oh, nice.
That is a
good
tattoo.
work. That is some good
The
work.
Batman tattoo right
Yeah.
here. Even the wrinkles look
One
real.
session.
Yeah.
One session.
One
Did the whole
session.
thing.
Step in the whole thing.
So yeah, sorry we don't want to all divulge, but we like to try and keep our personal and professional.
Totally
you know.
understand. I just kind of was wondering what kind of.
What do you do, Del?
I do absolutely nothing at
Yeah.
work. No, I engineered a staircase for a large chemical factory this week.
Nice.
No,
Pretty good.
incredibly tedious and boring, and I hated it.
Can you make
every
me a
moment.
staircase? That'd be great.
Actually, I can.
Okay,
I
great.
make custom furniture all day. That's what we
Yay! Awesome. If we need props, we're coming to you.
do. Actually, that would be fantastic. I'd love to do work with the Lollie Bombs.
Ooh,
So,
that's a cool job.
We
though.
actually have made props for what was it? The JFK, the TV, the movie.
Yeah.
JFK.
Yeah.
We did talk radio. We've done DTV. Some of the sets for
That's
Channel
awesome.
33 and Channel 4.
I thought we were about to get in some JFK stuff again. I
No,
thought that
we're
was
not.
gonna be-
Not again.
No.
No.
Hey, look, when
That's
you have a
another
chewy
song.
cake with a hole in its head, where else are you supposed to go besides JFK?
Yeah, it's true.
So no, that's for the conspiracy show on the station. Let them handle all of that.
Taking a step farther from the hecklers, as he asked earlier, how about men that get a little too excited / aggressive in the
Avuncular
shows?
might be a good way.
Pee Wee
to-
Herman type
That
situations.
has- it has to happen probably once, but we have a really good stage manager that comes out and is like, oh, hell, fuck no, bitches.
Yeah, we,
and he will come out and check
We're
it.
very fortunate. Our stage manager, he's a local actor in the area. He was in Avenue Q
Yeah.
that ran forever and ever, and we have him now, and we're so happy. And he takes good care of us. So,
Yeah.
But you know what? We're also really lucky. Our audience members are typically really respectful and not don't make a whole lot of noise like that baby over there.
Yeah, they are, and like if someone does come up, they usually they kind of keep each other in check sometimes too. So.
Do y'all work in any other fields of performance, like theater, acting, anything like that?
Some of us used to, so we've
I think
taken that.
I feel
from
like
there.
everyone just about has had
Mhm.
a background in theater.
Yep.
I mean, we've all studied it, and
I used to be a professional parkour artist.
Nice.
Oh.
No.
Yeah, I can tell you that.
Excuse me.
All I did was I just do the hip thing back and forth.
Okay.
Just hooliging.
It's extreme.
The hooliging, yeah.
a lot of us have degrees and backgrounds in theater and the arts and dance and gymnastics or
Yeah.
whatever. So we've just kind of gotten to the point now where we're like, how about we just take our clothes off while we do that? So.
I see, no doubt.
Well
don't,
worth
I'm
it.
not wearing pants.
I'm gonna try that at
What's
my
the point?
job tomorrow. Just like, yeah, no, I'm gonna get you that report. Let me just get my pants off real
Yeah.
quick.
You know what? You can always
Better.
call it performance art. And
Yes.
There's nothing they can do about it. There's
right.
freedom
of
legal
speech.
artistic performance
Freedom
going
of
on
speech.
right here,
Right
buddy.
This is my performance art.
Let's get a pasty for my junk.
Right here.
That's the jazzle.
That's the jazzle.
Matt, do you have
Any
any
other
questions, ladies?
questions?
I thought we
Anything
might
else?
kind of end the show today with a game before the last performance we put on the screen. This last one is going to be Ben, right?
Who?
Ben. Why does
Lou?
it say that? Lucky, but it says Ben Britt.
No,
I
you're
think that's the
doing. You're
person's
supposed to
name.
be doing Prosta Hot.
group
Which one is
number.
on here?
Wait, why'd you click on it?
Jay, tell him how to do his job.
Yeah,
please.
here,
Yeah,
you
can
do
you
it.
please just be
Thank
here
you.
every week?
Yeah. Gotta crack
So-
the whip on your ass.
But we've been doing
Careful,
for
he might
some
like
of our
that.
guests.
I know,
I'm a big I love the shiny, love the latex, love the cracking of the whips. We have a new game we've been playing with a lot of people recently, and it's called Voice That Character. And it started with a vocal actress who was in here, Caitlin Glass, but we've been kind of doing it with everybody else. So what Matt's going to do is Matt's going to create a character here, and you have to voice that character. So we're going to go down the
Oh my
line. So
God.
Matt, go ahead.
All right, ladies, here we go. You are an alien come down from space. Let's say Saturn, if you will, if you'd
Am
like
I
to.
doing this? You're starting, aren't you? Christine, and then Scully. And
You know what?
Yeah.
Keep going.
Okay,
Keep going.
all right. And you have to teach, actually, let's teach all of us about physics. Go.
I have a liberal arts degree.
That is a horrible voice. That is just your normal voice.
I There, right over there.
Hop up on the mic. Hop up on the mic.
Come on. Nobody knows anything about physics.
Exactly.
Just go.
That was the point. Yes.
I am an alien from Saturn.
Oh.
and I
I'll take it.
failed at physics. So all I can do is stand here and instruct you on how to put your knees together. And
Apparently you can't do that very well, at least because I'm a failed student.
That's
I'm
all
just
I
kidding.
have.
You were fantastic.
Are we doing the
No,
same
yeah.
thing?
No, new character.
Let's do a new character.
We got a few minutes to go.
Okay, a new character. Jay, do you want to do a new character?
No, this is your game. I don't want to step on your
See,
toes.
let's be clear. This is not my game.
This is something
but
I
I've
make him
joined
do
in.
because he's bad at it.
Okay. You are a podcast host who has to make up a new character.
Oh, that's
That I
easy.
like.
Hello, guys. I'm on this show right now, and I'm going to have to make up some new characters here. So, how about you be a doctor of neuroscience, and you explain to me how to bake cupcakes. Thank you.
That was
That
actually
was
pretty
good. I
awesome.
like that one,
I think that was the best one we've had
That's
so far.
probably,
You forgot the part where he
'Cause I'm
figures
awesome.
out like he doesn't know how to use his buttons or turn
Oh,
off
yeah.
phones.
This
I
is
don't
a
know how to turn
different-
off phones, though. I'm not too sure. Hold
This
on,
is
guys.
a different host. One that's qualified.
It's one and the same to me. I
Yes.
think.
Anything else?
Yeah, well, you know what? Stephen Colbert doesn't have to run his own board when he does his show. So I'd like to see David Letterman handle this. And why he's typing, I don't know.
I don't know. Why is he doing
No,
this?
you're doing an excellent job.
How did you become a TV talk show?
Hello, this is Dell, host of Funtime Good Show. And unfortunately, due to the most recent Godzilla outbreak, the last 2 minutes of this episode have been, sadly, destroyed. The nation will mourn its loss, but we must move on. We must move forward. We apologize for any inconvenience and encourage you to watch the next episode of Funtime Good Show.